Good afternoon and welcome. BOTSTEM is an Erasmus Plus project with partners in Spain, Sweden, Italy and Cyprus, with three main objectives, which are to improve the acquisition and competences in STEM subjects, to increase the quality and integration of long-life training aimed at teachers through virtual learning environments, and to improve the public image and perception of science and technology with an early intervention in STEM integrated with a gender-based approach. In order to achieve these objectives, we have developed a new methodology, gender-inclusive and STEM integrated with robotics and programming, fully in line with formal childhood and primary education curricula and its purposes. The material produced has been tested by preschool teachers in several schools in Spain, Sweden, Cyprus and Italy, with promising results. These materials are free and they are available at the BOTSTEM website as well as at Scientific repository. These online conferences are the perfect ending for this project. Before introducing our guest speaker, we would like to remind you to write your name and country in the chat as a presence check. Thank you very much and enjoy the event. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. BOTSTEM es un proyecto Erasmus Plus con socios en España, Suecia, Italia y Chipre que tiene tres objetivos principales. Mejorar la adquisición de competencias científico-técnicas en las disciplinas STEM, mejorar la calidad y la integración de la formación a lo largo de la vida dirigida a maestros y maestras a través de entornos virtuales de aprendizaje y optimizar la imagen pública y la percepción de la ciencia y la tecnología con una intervención STEM con enfoque de género desde etapas iniciales. Para lograr estos objetivos hemos desarrollado una nueva metodología, inclusiva en cuestiones de género y STEM integrada con robótica y programación, totalmente en consonancia con los currículum de la escuela infantil y primaria y sus propósitos. El material producido ha sido probado por maestras y maestros de educación infantil en varias escuelas de España, Suecia, Chipre e Italia, con resultados prometedores. Estos materiales son gratuitos y están disponibles en la página web de BOTSTEM, así como en el repositorio de Scientific. Estas conferencias son el final perfecto para este proyecto. Antes de presentar a la persona invitada, nos gustaría recordarles que es preciso que escriban su nombre y país en el chat, para poder así controlar la asistencia. Muchas gracias y disfruten del evento.
Good afternoon. Today, we are pleased to present Dr. Stefano Cobello from Italy, who is going to talk us about robotics beyond STEM, preventing bullying through the use of robots. Stefano Cobello is the coordinator of the Italian National Network of Educational Institutions Polo Europa della Conoscenza, and he is also the founder of the world network Nobody Less. Stefano.
Hello. Hello to everybody. Thank you for the introduction, Ileana. So, can I see my screen share? Okay, thank you very much. I need to move to the other side. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about robotics versus bullying, how this little toy can become a proper strategy, pedagogical and educational strategy to prevent bullying. This means that robotics, as you normally know it, can be very, very suitable for coding and to deliver interesting scientific contents to kids and enhance their competencies, but can also be a strategy for preventing, a problem, a social problem. So this is a European project. This project has been approved as inside this network, Nobody Less. And it's coming from BOTSTEM project. So it's like a continuation of this project. It's been approved as a policy reform by the European Commission into Erasmus Plus key activity 3. Okay, let's start. Okay, why? The robot, when you use the robot in groups, it goes beyond the coding and computational thinking. And has an impact on different fields. First of all, the robots can be used for setting common rules. The teacher define and elaborate with the kids the rules. And this is a very, very important educational content. So it developed metacognitive processes because the robots, they can deliver the passion and the joyful attitude towards working on a lesson made by the same kids, and at the same time, without being aware they are studying, but just delivering some contents and some atmosphere into the group that makes all the elements of the group like a sharing educational and competence content. So they can experience new social roles because they can experiment any role playing in groups. And there is an environment with judges or the failure or the success. And this doesn't deliver very strong emotions, but the game becomes the main part of the activities, and educational contents, they are sliding behind it, and they are becoming in a metabolized system into the kids' attitude, especially when they are in a group. This attitude in a group, we call it proximal educational environment, where the kids deliver to each other their competencies, their knowledge, and they use a peer education in order to feel part of the same group. Okay, setting common rules. As you see, we are using very cheap and small robots, Doc Robots by Clementoni. And okay, the rules are important to program properly the robot to achieve the objective, but also to feel everyone as important part of the game and the lesson. Everyone has to get the rule, and they have to follow the rules in order to be able to play together. So to enjoy the games, in a cooperating and common goals, children learn to put the needs of the group before their own. And so they are acquiring a basic pro-social behavior, which means cooperation, solidarity, mutual aid, protection, and so on. So how this group game enhance the metacognitive processes? For those who doesn't know what metacognitive means, it means the attitude of learning, the passion to find out something new and to learn something new by themselves. This is really a key strategy for the teachers when they are able to deliver and to start in the kids to the metacognitive process. So yeah, this is a very nice picture because I had a colleague who was, who was very fond of ancient, let's call ancient in brackets, a traditional method of teaching. And I gave her a robot and I said, try, put the robot in your class and say, today, let's talk about history. Robot and history, very, very strange indeed. Well, she took the robot in the classroom and the kids started to play by themselves so quickly, to give by their own rules, and they started to study and to build their own lesson by themselves. Okay, for enhance this metacognitive process, we need to identify methods, strategy, and techniques functional to learning. So robotics is one of them. Learn to manage the emotion they are involved in the process of growth. And which kind of emotion do you think kids can develop playing with a robot in classroom? Such a little toy, and then we will discuss about the shape and the image of the toy indeed. Okay, become aware of the reason of personal choices and find a way to be able to communicate them, developing self-awareness. Okay, now the kids are experiencing new social roles because they can experiment everything in the group. They can take decision, they can appreciate each other, they can find solution together. And when they are together, there is no judgment, there is no the best or the worst. There is educational contents moving, mouth to mouth, attitude to attitude, suggestion to suggest among kids. So the robot can be dressed, it can play any character. And the child too. So it's a kind of transposing of image of themselves into the robot. At the beginning, the teacher assigns the role It can be one, it can be for a certain period of time. It can be, well, it can be different roles, every different kinds of games and strategies foreseen. And this is an autonomous process. It's something that comes by itself. And maybe the kids, they propose to switch the roles, because at the end they will start to really realize what they are doing, and they will find their own roles into the games. The dynamic of robotics facilitates the inclusion thanks to many possible tasks. So you can find appropriate tasks to everyone. Also to valorize the personal competence, but also to put a little challenges for everyone and to share with the kids that is a little bit challenging, and to find a solution together for solving the problem. So as you see, and you will see now, it's a no-judgmental emotional environment. So when they play together, it can be a bigger group, it can be in a small group. We suggest normally to use 5 kids per group in order to be able to see how do they share and use things together. So robot create a safe space. The robot doesn't judge, it doesn't cry, it has no emotional, and it does what the kids are programming the robot to. So the success is for all the group, and the group become one person. It becomes the aim and the result. Failure is robot responsibility. It's not personal responsibility. And if there is a mistake, you can take the robot and put it at the beginning and repeat the action as many times as necessary. When you are doing a game with robots, you never have to count the time. Don't give stress on the time. You can decide, well, of course, a certain limit for the game, but not concerning the result. Okay, the trial and errors process take place in a playful situation, so they can also enjoy of making errors. They can also, you can invite them also to make errors by themselves, not to be successful, but which is the best failure in a game. Okay, robot helps strengthen self-esteem because they can play and they can get a result together. Okay, this is, of course, Robotics vs. Bullying introduction. This is the logo, as you see. Okay, as I told you, this is a project for 5-12 years old students to develop social skills, fight against bullying, and promote social inclusion with the support of ICT tools, mainly educational robotics, of course. Here are the partners, as I told you. European Pole of Knowledge is our organization, a public body of 4,000 schools in Italy. Burgos University with Ileana Dufranc, of course. Conselleria de Educación de la Junta de Castilla y León, Spain, with Marian Blanco. Panivisio Svitimo Centres, Lithuania, with Jurgita Vaticonine. Make It Better Portugal with Jose. Ushak Mili, it's a provincial educational department from the Ministry of Education of Turkey. Friend of Education is a very strategical NGO in North Macedonia with 500 teachers, very expert in robotics and ICT and coding. Association ARID from Poland, they work in a rural area and they're dealing with the excluded part of the population. Association Synaptica Romania with our friend Pierre Vujonica. Kite, Kino Information Technology Education in Bulgaria. And we had as a partner Clementoni company producing those little robots that you saw previously. Okay, Robbie Howard. It started many years ago, 3 years ago. One day I went to Clementoni company and I proposed to Clementoni to have a project in common, to start to train teachers to use robotics and to prevent bullying. Because the group attitude and working in group is the best prevention of any kind of bullying, but making kids aware of what bullying is and preventing bullying with self-awareness of what is the problem is about and using the group as a defense. And the robot became the defender. Okay, here are the teachers that we started to train with the Clementoni robots in 2018-19, 130 teachers. Okay, in 2019, the Commission said, we like very much this idea, this project. We will promote this transfer of innovation in Europe in order to have a common group of institutions working together. And this project, it's one of the little part of Nobody Less network, which is about pro-social values, and preventing bullying is one of the pro-social values we are working in. So, main output of the project, psychopedagogical framework, modules for teachers training, toolkit of strategy to use robotics. We already have on the website plenty of them in Italian language. We are translating into English, and we are collecting from the partners a lot of activities concerning bullying. Like, for example, one of the most interesting was adopt a bullier, or the role of bullying, or bullier and bullied. And a policy recommendation for, of course, decision makers, how to use robotics, how to train about robotics versus bullying, recommendation for university, and thanks to Ileana Dufranco, we will be able to impact on the university curricula. International network education institution committed in bullying prevention through the use of pro-social robotics. This is Nobody Less network, indeed. Okay, that was the first project. Now I'm talking to you about another very interesting project, which will start on January next year, 15th of January, and will last 3 years longer. Of course, when I'm talking about this project, any one of you can join it, any one of you can participate, can be part of the training, can be trained, and can apply it in the classroom and in their own pedagogical environment. This new project is called SPAM, School Plastic Free Movement. It started from an idea we had in Brussels during the kickoff meeting of Robotics versus Bullying. We noticed that the Commission wanted the kids to be aware how it's important the planet, and to have them studying science in order to feel protagonists in the future for saving the planet. So we had the idea to write this project because the world is affected by plastic, and plastic is just an example of the pollution, not the main one. So apart from the title, which talks directly about plastic, this project is not only concerning plastic, it's concerning everything concerning pollution, but as an example, focused on plastic. So there will be local communities to reduce the use of plastic at home, in the school. The school selected, they have to create a little center of research made by kids to find out and understand why some other materials, eco-compatible, can substitute plastic at school and at home, and adopt those methodology and share those methodology among all the partners. So we want everyone join it because this is a common problem, and so we want to promote inclusion for all the students. Nobody has to be excluded. Nobody less, we say in our network. Of course, this little scientific center with the proper tools, they are promoting STEM education, relating career as a way to save the planet. We notice nowadays that the kids are very much more aware of the planet's problems concerning the use of resources and the plastic, and use of plastic, much more than adults in some cases. So why not to have them involved in a process of self-awareness, and that is possible to find a solution, and everyone can be a protagonist in saving the planet. That was the project. So here the kids already working.
Dear Stefano, yeah. excuse me. We are not looking at your slides. They are not passing. They have freezing in the second one.
Sorry. I share my screen. I don't know what should I do. Should I share it again?
Let's try. Or please put
your in my file. Let me try just a second.
Yes, do that way. Yes, please.
I'm
moving your window.
Can you see?
Yes, we can see. Can
you see SPAM? Okay. Sorry, you will see it in a very very small way, but I hope you will understand it.
Yes. Okay.
Here we'll
Go on like that. Okay.
Okay. So, SPEM partners. We are coordinating this project, but we want to say we are not the chief. We are only responsible in front of the institution, but every partner is coordinating a part of this project. So, Universidad de Burgos, and we are very proud of having this collaboration. The same regional administration, de Castilla y León, same as in Robotics versus Bullying. You see, we are choosing our strategical partners in Lithuania, Make It Better Portugal, Minister of Education in Turkey in Ankara, and Friends of Education in Macedonia. So let's go forward. That's our email if you need more information, and our website. What is, let me come back to the main screen and stop sharing. Okay. Those projects are made for the teachers, for the kids, because we believe in pro-social values. We started this world network with, I don't know, about 40 countries around the world, and we want to have more and more schools involved into it, working for the future. Our ideas are not very strategical indeed. There's something that they are on everyone's mouth. Everyone is talking about bullying. Everyone is talking about plastic. But we prefer to act with the kids to prevent future problems. So if you're interested in joining us in this challenge, in this adventure, for 3, 4, 5 years, because the project, they will continue forever, and sharing with thousand teachers and kids from all over Europe, your idea, your activities, and your kids' enthusiasm about those topics, you're more than welcome. I'll just give an example. Today, we have been thinking how to valorize the schools in robotics versus bullying, and we will create the pole of robotics versus bullying. Some schools, they will become trainers of or multiplier of these strategies with robots for other schools. And in SPEM, plastic-free movement, we will propose to the partner, this is anticipated to our partners and to you, we will anticipate to all the partners the best song about the environment and the best performance among kids from all the countries. We will organize a concourse if the partner agrees, of course, to our ideas, and we will have time and we will have very interesting things to show. But why? All of them are groups activities. And if you think also SPEN is a little small group of research since primary school, because the group is the environment where the kids can learn from each other. We want them to copy from each other. We don't want them to assess their own competencies. We want to assess the group competencies. They have to forget the stress and the problem concerning school success or failure. School has to be a learning environment, a learning possibility, not a judgment. And moreover, in those activities, group activities, we are eliminating marks, totally eliminating marks. Because subtractive marks, I mean, starting in Italy from 10, in another country from 5, in another country from letters, you define the mistakes. We want to valorize the excellence, the possibilities, and also the enthusiasm. Because the enthusiasm is the best example of metacognitive process in a kid. And when they're happy to learn, we have won the best battle for the future. I don't know if you have, okay, more information. It's Ileana, more information about robotics versus bullying. Yes, it's possible. Very soon there will be also the new platform, new scenarios, and new activities. I think be patient a little bit because this COVID-19 has stopped us to meet and to proceed with the project. But now we are almost ready to start and to produce more activities. For the moment, if you search on Google, robotics vs bullying.net, you will find the website, which is still working in progress because we just started, and we will upload very soon all the activities since now produced in English language. And it will be every task, and if you want to collaborate with us to translate them in your national language, we will be more than happy. We need help, of course, because it's a huge project. If it starts as we think it will start among the schools, we will have 1,000 schools working together on this topic. I don't know. And I don't understand Spanish. Do you have any translation?
Yes, we have some question for you, Stefano. The first of all is
okay. Great.
If the schools are prepared.
Yeah, I got it. I see it.
For using robotics.
Okay. Well, we believe that this is a process bottom up. You know, we are always expecting something prepared, someone prepared to something. We want to train them. We want to train the teachers and the parents. We want to train anyone that would be interested in learning a new process, a new pedagogical issue, and how to use a toy in a proper way, not only for play, but just to deliver educational content. And as we did it already in Italy, 130 teachers, we will do it in training courses in all European countries that you have been noticed in, and not only those participating in this group, in this partner group. We will train any teacher. Yesterday, we had a conference with the United States, with a very nice organization in Arizona, working with the women and robotics. And we will have a lot of activities connected with them. Because also, equal opportunity is part of preventing bullying, indeed. At what age do you work robots to prevent bullying? We've been thinking from 5 to 12 years old, but it can be also earlier. It can be 4 years old. Well, it's the age where they become aware of the roles. They build up stereotypes and prejudices mediated by mass media, by some attitude, adult attitude, and so on. And the school can mediate the opposite, having groups, mixed group with disabled kids, with immigrant kids, with girls, with anyone together, working together and valorizing the personal attitude, enthusiasm to play and find solution together. So I think we start from 5, but it can be also very useful for adults. And we will involve the teachers for training them, of course. So any other question? Okay, how does the idea of using robot emerge? It came to me one night, as usual. I had a flash, I call it epiphany. And it came, why not to propose this idea to Clementoni? I took my car for 340, 50 kilometers. I asked an appointment, a meeting with Clementoni company director and owner, Pierpaolo, and he listened to me and said, I like this idea. And we started. And they gave us a lot of robots to start to train the teachers. And it was so successful that every meeting we had 50, 70 teachers. We started to organize 8 training courses. And now, after this lockdown, we will start again with, 10, 12, all around Italy. So, any other? Cella gigante podría ser persona de fuera. Okay, how can you evaluate efficiency of robotic versus bullying? Okay, the very nice things to assess and evaluate is the results, is the material produced by the kids. You should see the images, the pictures taken by the teachers, what they produce, the scenarios they are producing, and what they've been working out, what they write about bullying, which is the way to find a solution for made by themselves. It's amazing. It's amazing. They are so creative about it. And the teacher has 1,000 ways to assess the results. We don't want to get into the assessment of the results because it can be many years working in progress. It can be a piece and a piece and a piece. It can be useful for anything, especially to create a better environment, education environment in school, with no fear of harassment and prevarication and any kind of, and you know, what they realized, and they made a game, the kids in a school in Italy, it set the bullier free, imagining that the bullier was in a prison. And so the way was how to help him to become part of the group and to feel happy to stay in the group and not to be a bullier anymore. They made by the kids by themselves. And this is the most efficient way of self-awareness of a problem. And the group was the main solution. This is a practical, real experience we had. And those pictures are already on the web in Italian language. I think we already translated in English. Soon they will be available there. Any other question? Do you accessible outside? Of course, it's free. It's open source. Anyone can access, can participate, can join the training courses, or local, national training courses. You'll have Burgos training courses, Castilla y León regional administration training courses. You'll have also international training courses available, but the material is open source and it's there. Anyone can read, can download it, and can use it, 100%. It's not for university. University is a very important partner for us, Burgos, because we want that the future teacher, they be also see a recognition of the competencies acquired in order to propose something officially in their own educational school and environment, in order that they can be appointed as expert in robotics versus bullying. And this is very, very important for us. And if it becomes part of the university curricula, it will be used to train future teachers. So you will prepare new teachers to use new strategical and pedagogical elements and possibilities. Okay, any other question? Do you like the idea? Nobody answered to that. Who's asking question? Okay, where is possible to find more information? You have Burgos University, Castilla y León, but you will see the website, Robotics versus Bullying. If you look for it, it will be available, and all your email and contact will be part of a database of contacts, and you will receive information of project proceeding, when we'll upload the material, and when the website will be ready for all in all the languages. So you'll be okay. Thank you very much then. Eva,
hi.
Thank you very much.
Stefano, I think we all are astonished with such a wonderful idea, and it's so innovative for using robotics against bullying. So thank you so much for your speech.
Thank you, because those projects are coming from a common work with you when we met 6-7 years ago the first time. And you know, this is coming out from BOTSTEM, because we were thinking about girls, how to make girls feeling happy to study science and STEM education, to join STEM education, to get a scientific career, but they are discriminated, and discrimination is just a part of bullying. And it can be also part of bullying. Of course, bullying is a much serious problem, and we should talk about cyberbullying. This is something we will put in our project indeed. Cyberbullying is becoming more and more important. So I have to thank you, Ileana, because it's thanks to you, when we met in Burgos, that everything has started from BOTSTEM project.
Thank you for you. And now, thank you for all the participants for staying with us all this week. That is the final event of this great project that is BOTSTEM. So, goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck.